What better to do crazy characters for my friends to act? So I wasn't really thinking about being a playwright as much as thinking about making this thing for my friends to act in.
Looking at the world building of it, it's like a vision of a chaotic future filled with different factions that are absurd and wonderful and bleak and crazy and all these great things.
Well, I looked at the New York Times this morning. I don't see a lot of difference, you know. So, you know, it is that. Free will is like you're a little colony ant just building a hill. Do I put my little piece of sand here or here? Like a quarter of an inch away. That's how much free will is in Starstruck. It really is the muffin story. I don't know if I can bring up this whole muffin thing, but it's a muffin thing. It was a lesson, a childhood lesson for Bren.
Oh, no.
But oh no, we just wanted to bring it up.
No, we already got it on camera. If you want to go,
all
go
right.
for it.
When he was in first grade, you're supposed to send a snack to school, and we had run out of snacks. So, okay, we're going to stop by Dunkin' Donuts and you can get a muffin. And Brent's like, I want to go get the muffin. He's this tiny guy. So I said, okay, I'll sit right here at the curb. You can get the muffin. And I watched him. He went to the door, and it was sort of morning rush. And he opened the door and let 9 adults go into the muffin place. And they just all went and let this tiny little child who had opened the door stand at the end of the line. And I went, we're going to be late to school. So I had to go in and get him. And I went, Bren, I'm going to take you to school. Then I'm going to come back and get your muffin. And I'll bring it to school. And he went, did I do something wrong? And I said, no, you did absolutely the right thing. You just can't always depend on other people to do the right thing back. But it took me a while. I sat there thinking about it. I'm going, am I raising my child to be a patsy? What should the message here be? Should I say, no, don't let them? No, I went, you did absolutely the right thing.
I feel like there's a very, that is a...
My character, in other words, the Starstruck characters are not always rewarded for holding the door. Where the boys got to go on the pirate ship and go get treasure and take risks and be rewarded for it. Girls was all about, you know, endurance, basically. So I wanted to have some characters, especially like the Girl Guides and, you know, not Priscilla, so Galatia too is a little that way. I wanted them to take the risk, be a little self-serving, not always be... yes, I'll give everything so that you can go and do your thing. You know what drives me the most crazy in science fiction? Everything is white, black, and gray. I'm going, these people need some throw pillows. They need some, you can't be in space that long in a white and gray and chrome ship. You need some color, you know.
Exactly. You see, we got the beautiful yellow and the lime green.
It is. It's beautiful. This is where we talk about all the little secrets from your childhood. All those stories. It's sort of like showing the naked baby pictures. Not really, but.
I'm not going to be usurped on my own show, okay? This is unacceptable.
Find me on Facebook. I'll post some of them.
But there were a couple things as well that were hugely influential, supportive things that you and Pop, you know, like there were these like, you guys put Weird World up on the walls. Like it was very celebrated. And I just think that is like a type of support that makes a tremendous difference.
I really feel like, first of all, that you popped out into the world to be what you are. If you had turned out being a sports kid and you wanted to go to Little League, I would have gone and done that and gone to all those games. Thank God I didn't have to go to those games because I am not interested in that at all. It would have been like torture. So thank you.
The apple really did not fall very far from the tree. I think much easier to go get a big thing of war planets or whatever toys we had that we could create little worlds with.
He suddenly decided there were monsters that would come to the windows at night, and he was scared of them. And I just remembered that when I had monsters, I had a witch under the bed and a monster in the closet when I was little. And my parents would come and they'd turn the lights on and they'd open up, see, there's no monsters there. And they'd leave and I'd go, They don't understand that the monster tricks them. That the monster is not there when they turn the lights on and come, but it's there as soon as they leave. So I didn't want to do that. and so when you saw the monsters, I thought, okay, we will propitiate this evil spirit. So we got cookies, and I went, look, we're going to put cookies on the window ledge. We do it, we put cookies on and the monster will come and get the cookies, and we'll make friends with the monster. And then he won't do anything bad. He'll be our friend. So we put cookies there, and you would go to sleep, and then I would come and...
You took the cookies? I thought...
The monster got the cookie. I know. All
well,
this time. I thought
in my head, I guess I imagined like pigeons, like as an adult. I mean, as an adult, I know the monsters didn't get them. But I didn't know you came in and got them after. Wow. Wow. Deep commitment.
I got the idea from Santa.
But it's true. Well, first of all, yeah, I feel like that is like that's whatever that is. That's like a deep strand of DNA in my brain now. Of like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, of course, you got to propitiate the monster. You got to. I've told this story not here in the Dome, but I told it on I think a Zoom Adventuring Academy or something. To Brian and Murph was like, no way, I'd be terrified of them. And everyone was like, yeah, monsters, you can't feed them. You're encouraging the monsters. And I was very belligerent in the defense of like, they're misunderstood. If you give them cookies, they'll be your friend.
Yes, they will.
They will. And that's, yes, so I appreciate teaching me that you can propitiate those monsters.
And we're not a rich family. I think you've talked about that too. We're not a wealthy family. And I realized after a couple of years of you running 2 campaigns, side by side on 2 days of the weekend.
All day Saturday, all day
those
Sunday.
years that I'd spent a couple of $1,000 on pizza.
Yeah.
In a year, it was like, at that point, I asked all the other parents to chip in some money for it.
It's a lot of pizza.
So, yeah.
We kept
I
Benny's
thought
in
that,
business.
I thought Benny's was going to go out of business after you guys left.